Hello everyone, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by to join me in this live section. Guys, we have a lot of things to talk about today, guys. A lot of things to talk about today. So guys, Nigerian police, they are under fire because of the protests that happened, the Nnamdi Kanu's protest that happened on the 20th of October. Guys, especially the IGP of police, you know that there's this beef between IGP and Showere. And guys, you know that the PRO said he arrested Aloy Ejimako. Also, Maxwell and Chowere has confirmed the arrest, saying that the police arrested Aloy Ejimako and Kanu's younger brother. Guys, so Mama P has also talked concerning this matter, saying, "Is it that it's not our right again as citizens to protest? Why would they arrest people because they are protesting?" And also, they said that same 20th of October, that was when actually the day people died in Ensa. That's 5 years ago when people died in tear gas, and they used the same strategy they used to pipe people in that Ensa, which is tear gas, bullets, and so many other things. So imagine, they said police never change, guys. They're using, police against the masses. Guys, take a look at this reaction coming from Mama P and also Arise News, guys. Take a look at this video and I'll be right back shortly. Take a look, guys.
Hello everybody, my name is Oruche Precious, popularly called Mama P. Bad person to bad people. This video, I'm gonna help me share. I'm gonna help me tag Inspector General of Police, IGP Egdetokun. Gonna help me ask her what protesters do and where be say they treat them like animals. See that protest is no longer a fundamental human right. Then we know they protest again. If you see the way when they say beat this boy to bar, people will see I'm not believe say he survive. They were matching his head, eating him with gun. The boy would have run away, but he no say if he runs, the other person where they beat, that person not go see who go help him out. If even forget the person, we not go know so they carry the person. So as a popular person, he stay back, follow, collect the person. In fact, they leave the person face out. Beat shake come up for an eye, detainer. What did he do? Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu. That's all. No weapon, no wood, no nothing, just flag. IGP Egdetokun. Do you people know that some persons were not released yesterday? I'm just getting to find out because my own was Tuma. Where's Tuma? They must bring Tuma. Some persons were not released yesterday. Oh. They were not released yesterday. Oh. Everybody come outside. Oh. Everybody tag them. Oh. Some persons were not released yesterday. In fact, to show you how wicked these motherfuckers are, they were not kept in the regular detention facility. Maybe it's a police station now. They keep them for BNK or keep them for say no. They took them to the infamous SAS abattoir, where hardened criminals are kept, a place of torture. That's where they took peaceful protesters to. IGP Egdetokun cannot intimidate us. We are not scared of you. Precious Oruche, I'm not scared of you. What you are doing is wrong, and I'll go kill anybody who support your act of wickedness towards peaceful protesters. Yes, you have a beef with Showere because he call you illegal IG, because your tenure expired, they increase them magically, suddenly. If you have a problem with him, have a problem with him. We that are agitating for what we believe in, we have our rights. What you are doing looks personal. You carry on Nnamdi Kanu brother, welcome out for peaceful demonstration for your own brother. You keep on for SAS abattoir. You carry a lawyer, you keep on for SAS abattoir. And the 11 others, you pack all of them, you keep them where hardened criminals. Reports reaching me now and said that they carry them, they get Kuje magistrate courts. They are taking them so that from them the alleged grand plan of remanding them in Kuje prison will be achieved. IGP Egdetokun left for me with commands the court. Y'all need to know we are no longer scared. Arrest now water. Don't attack them! Attack the Nigerian Police Force! If you have the number of the Nigerian Police, call him and tell him to stop this wickedness. Give them no peace. What law have they broken? See some idiots. People when get Kamu for brain, they talk say the case is in court. The court has said releasing them the Kanu. The court says that they don't respect the court. And when a rich poor man body law go stand like prick. Tag the IGP. Stop this wickedness, okay? Egdetokun. Even if a message where they send you, they use your mind and your brain. They not say life day after IGP. Don't be harassed, don't die. So everybody go leave these positions. IGP Egdetokun. Gonna help me ask her what protesters do and where be say they treat them like animals. See that protest is no longer a fundamental human right. Then we know they protest again. If you see the way when they say beat this boy to bar, people will see I'm not believe say he survive. They were matching his head, eating him with gun. The boy would have run away, but he no say if he runs, the other person where they beat, that person not go see who go help him out. If even forget the person, we not go know so they carry the person. So as a popular person, he stay back, follow, collect the person. In fact, they leave the person face am. This shege come up for eye, detain am. What did he do? Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu. That's all. No weapon, no wood, no nothing, just flag. IGP Egbetoku, do you people know that some persons were not released yesterday? I'm just getting to find out. Because my own was Tuma. Tuma, where's Tuma? They must bring Tuma. Some persons were not released yesterday. Oh. They were not released yesterday. Oh. Everybody come outside. Oh. Everybody tag them. Oh. Some persons were not released yesterday. In fact, to show you how wicked these motherfuckers are, they were not kept in the regular detention facility. Maybe it's a police station now. They keep them for BNK or keep them for say. No, they took them to the infamous SAS abattoir, where hardened criminals are kept, a place of torture. That's where they took peaceful protesters to. IGP Egbetoku cannot intimidate us. We are not scared of you. I, Precious Oruche, I'm not scared of you. What you are doing is wrong. And I'll go kill anybody who support your act of wickedness towards peaceful protesters. Yes, you have a beef with Sowore because he call you illegal IG. Because your tenure expired, they increase them magically, suddenly. If you have a problem with him, have a problem with him. We that are agitating for what we believe in, we have our rights. What you are doing looks personal. You carry on Nnamdi Kanu, brother. Welcome out for peaceful demonstration for your own brother. You keep on for SAS abattoir. You carry a lawyer. You keep on for SAS abattoir. And the 11 others, you pack all of them. You keep them where hardened criminals. Reports reaching me now and said that they carry them, they get Kuje Magistrate Court. They are taking them so that from them the alleged grand plan of remanding them in Kuje prison will be achieved. IGP Egbetoku left for me with commands the court. Y'all need to know we are no longer scared. Arrest now water. No, don't take them! Take the Nigerian Police Force! If you have the number of the Nigerian Police, call him! And tell him to stop this wickedness! Give them no peace! What law have they broken? See some idiots! People when get Kanu for brain, they talk say, the case is in court, the court has said releasing them the Kanu. The court said that if they respect the court, and when they reach poor man, but the law go stand like prick. Tag the IGP! Stop this wickedness, okay? Egbetoku! Even if na message where they send you, they use your mind and your brain. They not say life day after IGP. Don't be harassed, don't die. So everybody go leave these positions.
By focusing on reactions to the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest in Abuja and the southeast states led by activist Omoyele Sowore. The protest brought activities to a near standstill on Monday, October 20th, despite a court order and police warnings. Security operatives fired tear gas and gunshots to disperse protesters in Abuja who were demanding the release of the detained leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra. In Abuja, the protest began near Transcorp Hilton with protesters chanting, "Free Nnamdi Kanu now."
What do we want? Free Nnamdi Kanu now! What do we want? Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Free Nnamdi Kanu!
We are here addressing the press, exercising our right to freedom of expression, and you can see what the police, what they are doing, the way they are intimidating us as citizens of this country.
Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Don't take us off! Free Nnamdi Kanu now! Don't take us off! Nnamdi Kanu now! Nnamdi Kanu now! Nnamdi Kanu now! Let's go to beggar. Rally!
Nobody, even a Fabio, cannot stop me. I would rather die than to fold my hand and keep silent. We are in democracy. We are not in military government. Even during the military government, comrades like Sowore protested. We are in democracy, so I have every right to protest. Look at it. I'm a proudly Nigerian. The same police that I, James Mike, aka Flag Boy, aka You Talk You Die, I've been protesting for them to pay them good salary. I stood at the National Assembly for days protesting for Nigerian police. All they could do is to come out and tear gas me.
Those continue to pursue their oppressors.
Amen! Amen!
This was quite intense yesterday in Abuja. Meanwhile, President Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, criticized one of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers for participating in the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, raising concerns about professional ethics and the principle of sub judice. Onanuga, in a post on X, expressed disappointment over the lawyer's decision to join what he described as a shambolic protest, stating, and I'll pull up Bayo Onanuga's post on X there. He wrote, I spotted Aloy Ejimako, one of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, among the small group of protesters mobilized in Abuja by Omoyele Sowore. I wonder what Mr. Ejimako was thinking when he decided to join this shambolic protest. As a lawyer, he should be aware of the principle of sub judice, particularly in relation to the ongoing treason case before the court, rather than focusing on preparing a strong case. Mr. Ejimako has resorted to extra legal tactics, joining a career anarchist. He describes Sowore as an anarchist. To influence the process, legal authorities should consider appropriate sanctions for unethical conduct of the bearded lawyer. And of course, you're laughing there, Rufai. You're laughing. You're laughing. I'll give you the opportunity. Yes, he called him an anarchist. Well, in response to Onanuga's comments, Sowore stated that there is no law against a lawyer joining a peaceful protest, and that if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, even senior advocates of Nigeria will join the protest. Let's take a look.
The lawyer is a person, and the same right are used to
if they don't release Nnamdi Kanu,
yes,
senior advocates of Nigeria will join this.
yes,
APC, police, doctors will join this protest.
yes,
even surgeons, like people who say no get time, nurses, everybody will join.
We'll join.
We are about to announce another date, and that one will be bigger. It will be the mother of all protests.
Exactly.
So they have a chance now. You know, when we were saying it, they thought it was a play. They thought it was play a few days ago when we say we are going to shut down this Abuja. Nothing happened in Abuja today. Even the judge that gave the order that we should not do protest, asked us to come back today. I heard he did not sit.
He did not sit.
He couldn't make it to his office. So we are not playing. We are not playing, but we are working together. Our protesters, the legally arrested protesters.
All right. He's claiming there's going to be another protest that he describes the mother of all protests, and he has yet to announce the date. But Sowore was on our nightly news program, Primetime, where he confirmed that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Ejimako, and his brother were arrested. Rufai, I know that you want to speak on this, so I'll give you the floor. I mean, the lawyer has been arrested at this moment. Sowore is saying that the prison or the police station or where the lawyer is being kept is like a dungeon. That's what he said on Primetime yesterday.
Very sad. And please, they should be let free. I mean,
yes,
because they protested. I mean, once you arrest them, you take their findings and everything. Please just let them free. Second, the one I want to laugh about is what name did Mr. Bayo Onanuga called
Sowore?
No, there's another. Is there something anarchist?
He said he's called him an anarchist.
No, I want the exact name because I want to laugh very well.
Is it persistent analyst?
Was it persistent? Is it persistent anarchist? I want the exact word because that word is really intriguing to me. You know what? I want the exact word.
Tell me.
In the 90s, when Sowore was protesting at the university, and Mr. Bayo Onanuga with his paper was supporting Sowore there because the protests, they were all together. Sowore was not an anarchist then. No. Mm-hmm. When they were all together, didn't Sowore come out recently to say that even Mr. Bayo Onanuga played a fundamental role by supporting the career anarchist? So when they were protesting against June 12th, that Mr. Bayo Onanuga was part of against the military, Sowore was not a career anarchist then because the protest supported them. The lack of Mr. Bayo Onanuga giving Sowore coverage in his paper then, he was not a career anarchist then. So it is today now that Mr. Bayo Onanuga now remembers because he's in a government that they are protesting that is opposing what Sowore is today he remembers. This Nigeria will bust your mind, please. You know sometimes they say You know, sometimes they say, if you live long enough in this country, you will see rubbish. You see, the truth has to be said. When interest does not align, these are the things. These are people I respect so much. Sabaya Onanuga. Mm-hmm. You know why I respect this man? He had so much fundamentals then. He was told to come and apologize for something. About his story or something. He said never.
You mean by Onanuga's
yes, back in the 90s. No, I'm talking. No, it's not now. I'm saying history.
Okay.
Back in the 90s. That's why they left Concord. And they went to set up the news then. Him and the great Babafemi Ojodu, they were told to come and apologize. I said, no, we're not going to put in a word. They stood for their conviction. I will still always remember and respect Mr. Bayo Onanuga for that. Because they were those that were in the midst of struggle in this country. But today, like I asked, what changed? It's the same better Nigeria these guys are protesting for that you, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, protested for them. Now you are slamming the lawyer. When them Ganifa were me and them Femi Falana were protesting, them marching for June 12th, you didn't remember to report them to the NBA then because you are on the same side. Now that it has changed now, you say the lawyers, the Jimakon and the likes are sub judice. Oh, let's go into the itinerary of sub judice. You know how many matters that are sub judice that people prognosing? All we are calling for is sanity in this process. I have not said everything Nnamdi Kanu did was right, but I'm calling for fairness. A court of appeal, I said, leave this man. Even the Supreme Court judgment to overturn all of this. There was one dissenting judge. Igbo leaders went to President Buhari, asked for political solution. And we are hearing dragging of this case, dilly-dallying, here and there. And people come out to protest because it's a national matter. And we are casting aspersions on them. This is the same Mr. Bayo Onanuga that we used to read all this articles. I used to press the neck of the Obasanjo, any small thing, bumper to bumper with the news.
Yes.
But what changed? That's what we ask.
All right. I mean,
so if you live long enough in this country, you will see a lot too.
Speaking about the protests, we also saw pockets of protests in southeast states. However, major streets in Enugu were deserted on Monday as many residents opted to stay off the streets in solidarity with the ongoing demonstrations. Government offices were open, but activities were minimal, while commercial banks, schools, shops and malls remained closed with no movement of commercial vehicles. The protests coincidence with the 5th anniversary of NSAS demonstrations added symbolic weight to the day, highlighting ongoing tensions around detention, justice, and citizens' rights to peaceful assembly in Lagos. The executive director of Enough is Enough Nigeria, Yemi Adamalekun, was stopped and assaulted by security officers while attempting to lay flowers in honor of the victims of the 2020 NSAS protests. The incident has sparked widespread condemnation on social media. The video shared by News Central TV showed Ademolekum being confronted by security personnel who prevented her from performing the symbolic act at the memorial site. Let's take a look. It was completely unacceptable. The Lekki toll gate has become a symbol site for remembrance of the NSAS victims, where Nigerians annually commemorate those who reportedly lost their lives during the October 2020 protests. This incident raises questions about the right to peaceful remembrance and freedom of expression in public spaces. I'll take some reactions on X. This person actually posted on Instagram, stating, "It's painful to watch this. She only came to pay respect, yet she was treated like an enemy. When will we learn that power should serve the people, not crush them? They fear remembrance because truth exposes guilt. No one should be assaulted for honoring the victims." Well, Deji Adeyoju also condemned this. He wrote on X, "I condemn the harassment of notable human rights activist Yemi Ademolekum of Enough is Enough Nigeria by the ever senseless security agents who have no respect or regard for human rights in Nigeria. And that's the actual point. Who authorized this move, actually? Because I will really doubt that this was an order, that you should have no one in that area. I mean, I don't know if you have gotten any response from the Lagos state government as to why this happened to Yemi. She was just going to lay flowers.
Yes. I actually called earlier on that we need a statement and a response from the Commissioner of Police, because she mentioned, as Yemi Adamolekun mentioned, that he drove past the toll gate to the convoy of our 15 vehicles yesterday. And she saw that the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Commissioner of Police Olohundare, that's Jim Olohundare. And so we need to understand whether if this is the protocol as order given to the police to contain or to maintain peace and order in the state. But before I come fully to Yemi Adamolekun's story, OJ, let me just say two statements on Nnamdi Kanu's one. Number one is that the government is actually succeeding in making him a hero. And a number of people have said that they might not necessarily agree with all that he stands for, but by denying him access to justice, they are actually making him a hero. And a lot of people who stand against unfairness and injustice are coming out to speak against it. The second is that Nigeria has lost too much as a result of his consistent incarceration and the lack of respect of this government of the rule of law. I say this because we have lost so much money with the sit-at-home order every Monday in the Southeast, which could have been averted, because the same treatment given to bandits and terrorists in the north who actually committed crimes, who actually killed people, whereby they granted them amnesty and they are negotiating with them, and someone who is allegedly a terrorist is starkly different. And this is the selective justice that Nigerians are crying out for. What I want to just say as a sound of warning is that let us not let this thing get out of hand. We've seen the day of protest. It means that the people are not backing down. There's only as much as you can push people back against the wall, but let the government do right and obey court orders with regards to Nnamdi Kanu. This cry has gone on for too long. Now let's move on to what happened yesterday at the toll gate. I said earlier, when we were speaking privately, about the fact that I believe that the police is actually misunderstanding their role in society in terms of protecting lives and property, because it feels as if their brief is to protect the lives and property of a few, or the government, as it were. So it's now the police and the government against the people, whereas the duties are set out in the Constitution means protection of lives and property of Nigerians. But what we see is that there's this antagonism against the people of Nigeria, especially when there's peaceful protests. What could one woman have done that about 3 or 4 man-o-war operatives came to, two of them accosted her? Then she said that whilst they were doing this, 4 armed policemen approached her, and then 2 of them were asked to escort her and the lady that was taking the picture off the grounds. We can see the video there. And the highlight of this is that what one of them said to her, a female policewoman who was there, according to what she said, is that they said, "Are you not enjoying the peace as you have it now?" And then you ask the question, what kind of peace are we talking about?
Peace of the graveyard.
Peace of the graveyard, where peace means that the people are silenced and we are like robots, according to what the government says, and you deprive the people of their constitutional guaranteed right to peaceful protest. Is that the administration wants, where the people's voices are silenced? That's not the peace that we are looking for. And so when they keep saying, "Oh, let's keep peaceful," what is the definition of peace? She had a right to go there to lay wreaths. She was not even protesting peacefully, because she said a number of people that were called to come out to protest were afraid. This is what we have done to the Nigerian youths. We have caused them to be afraid, to stay back, and gradually silencing their voices. Is this the legacy of this administration? This Democrat that has been praised for his play and his role in the democracy that we enjoy today, now depriving young people today of the same rights that he enjoyed. And I'm talking about the Tinubu administration now. So I just want to say that, number one, the police has to rethink its strategy in how it manages its affairs with civilians, civilians as well, how it manages its affairs, and the right to peaceful protest. Then this thing around, once you see people gather, they are jittery. Why? Yeah. As long as they are not violent, no need to use tear gas, no need to fire bullets, even though the police spokesman came out to say that, they didn't fire, but we heard the gunshots. Yeah. And so what we are asking for is that let the police do right. We've asked for police reform, let there be an actual reform, and let the people feel protected by the police, and not as if the police is taking sides with the government again.
Hello. Hello everybody, my name is Oruche Precious, popularly called Mama P. Bad person to bad people. This video, I'm gonna help me share. I'm gonna help me tag Inspector General of Police, IGP Egdetokun. Gonna help me ask her what if protesters do and where be say they treat them like animals. See that protest is no longer a fundamental human right. Then we know they protest again. If you see the way where they beat this boy to bar, people will see I'm not believe say he survived. They were matching his head, eating him with gun. The boy would have run away, oh, but he no say if he run, the other person where they beat, that person not go see who go help him out. If even forget the person, we not go know so they carry the person. So as a popular person, he stay back, follow, collect the person. In fact, they leave the person face out. Beat shege come up for an eye, detain her. What did he do? Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu. That's all. No weapon, no wood, no nothing, just flag. IGP Egdetokun. Do you people know that some persons were not released yesterday? I'm just getting to find out. Because my own was Tuma. Tuma, where's Tuma? They must bring Tuma. Some persons were not released yesterday. Oh. They were not released yesterday. Oh. Everybody come outside. Oh. Everybody tag them. Oh. Some persons were not released yesterday. In fact, to show you how wicked these motherfuckers are, they were not kept in the regular detention facility. Maybe it's a police station now. They keep them for BNK or keep them for say. No. They took them to the infamous SAS abattoir, where hardened criminals are kept, a place of torture. That's where they took peaceful protesters to. IGP Egdetokun, you cannot intimidate us. We are not scared of you. I, Precious Oruche, I'm not scared of you. What you are doing is wrong. And I'll go kill anybody who support your act of wickedness towards peaceful protesters. Yes, if you have a beef with Sowore because he call you illegal IG, because your tenure expired, they increase them magically, suddenly. If you have a problem with him, have a problem with him. We that are agitating for what we believe in, we have our rights. What you are doing looks personal. You carry on Nnamdi Kanu, brother. We come out for peaceful demonstration for your own brother. You keep on for Sasa Batua. You carry a lawyer. You keep on for Sasa Batua. And the 11 others, you pack all of them. You keep them where hardened criminals. Reports reaching me now and said that they carry them, they get Kuje magistrate courts. They are taking them so that from them the alleged grand plan of remanding them in Kuje prison will be achieved. IGP Egdetokun left for me with commands the court. Y'all need to know we are no longer scared. Arrest now water. Don't attack them! Attack the Nigerian Police Force! If you have the number of the Nigerian Police, call him! And tell him to stop this wickedness! Give them no peace! What law have they broken? See some idiots! People when get Kamu for brain, they talk say, the case is in court, the court has said releasing them the Kanu. The court says that they don't respect the court. And when a rich poor man body law go stand like prick. Tag the IGP! Stop this wickedness, okay? Egdetokun! Even if a message where they send you, they use your mind and your brain. They not say life day after IGP. Hope your harassment don't die, so everybody go leave these positions. Ah!
So, guys, at this point, I'm really, really tired of this country because the things going on in this country, I can't even explain. Like, it's unexplainable. Like, the things they do every time shocks me. Now, let's just start from this Nnamdi Kanu's case. The brother why would they even arrest or the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, Aloy Ejimako? Like, how? They are saying that, they don't have to protest. The lawyer, what's the meaning of this in this country? See, this current administration of Nigeria has turned everything upside down to the extent that people are now scared to come out to protest. Guys, like, okay, look at that day Nnamdi Kanu protested was like, 5 years ago, during the End Bad protest where police spied a lot of people, a lot of youths. So, guys, people were going to do remembrance. Like one girl story that trended, she saw that video. She brought flowers, just to pay respect of the people that died. That if you can remember what happened in the NSAS, you know what I'm talking about. She was not protesting. That's to tell you what is going on. See what is going on. Everybody's fed up. And what I keep saying is one day Nigerians will rise. One day Nigerians will rise. Guys, this girl, she was not protesting. Since they are saying that protesting is now a crime in Nigeria. I've not seen a country where people will come out to pour out their grievance and they will arrest them. These people have made protesting a crime, and then they will appreciate terrorists that go to buy people. That is how they have turned Nigeria to. Guys, this girl carried flowers. She was not protesting. She just went to pay respect, to carry flower, to pay respect to the people that died in the NSAS. At least like a remembrance something, a memorial something, guys. And then immediately she went to toll gates. They police molested her. That kind of thing. Forcefully manhandling her, saying that she should carry these flowers and go. What is the meaning of this? Is there any law that says no one should go to the toll gate again? What is going on in this country? They have turned this country to another thing. What kind of peace? According to one of the women, said, "Are you not enjoying the peace we are having?" What kind of peace is that? The peace of the grave or what? What is going on? So are they trying to say that, oh, the fact that they buy people during that exercise, that one is peace? This current administration has turned this country upside down. Today, saying that people cannot come out to protest. Look at on the norms, and guys, on the norms, on that 20th of October, that remember people that died. People are supposed to come out to do like a memorial, a remembrance, to just pay respect to people that died in the entrance. But guess what? Nobody came out because they are scared. This is what they are looking for. They want to silence everybody. They want to make everyone scared to come out. They don't want anybody to talk. What they are planning to do, or what their aim is now, is to silence everyone so that they can keep doing what they are doing and nobody is saying anything. We're just looking at them and they'll be doing what they are doing. What is going on? Nnamdi Kanu's brother that came out to protest for his own brother. Fine boy Kanu, that's his name. He came out to protest for his brother that's been detained. What is making me mad about this kind of case is that all the things they said he did, there is no proof, there is no evidence that he did that. But look at these terrorists that you can clearly state their crimes. Like they have been convicted. They pardoned them. So what is the problem? What's the problem? You guys can see that Igbo hatred because Kanu is an Igbo person. What is all this selective pardon for? What is going on? That people will come out to protest, they see it as water, like nothing. Let them come out, and once they are tired, they will go. Anytime people come out to protest, they will use police. They are always doing this. They will use tear gas to disperse the crowd. They will use bullets. Now, after the protest, one policeman came to say, I think his higher in authorities came out to say that, oh, there was no bullets. But we heard the sound of bullets. What is going on in this country, guys? Honestly, the way Nigeria is going to, we are heading to a very serious disaster that we cannot, like, do you know what it means that we are being treated like, okay, let me say, Igbos are being treated like slaves. Yes, there's marginalization in the Igbo, whether you like it or not, Igbos are being marginalized. Yes. The height of marginalization in the Igbo is more in the southeast, is more. Guys, you can imagine that, okay, insecurity is one of our problems. This is where it hits hard. Insecurity is one of the problems in Nigeria. Food, hunger everywhere. Insecurity, like everywhere, guys. Even to travel, you can't even travel. Kidnapping, is actually part of insecurity. Guys, a lot of things when you go to electricity. Now look at ASU. A lot of problem in Nigeria, and you can't even come out to tell the government or to kind of pour out your displeasure to the government. You can't even come out. That is the worst. Do you know the worst, that you're facing a lot of problem in Nigeria and you cannot even talk? That's the worst ever. That's the fact. It's not a life. Let me just put that it's not a life. It's not a life, guys. Imagine something that is biting you and you cannot even talk, you cannot shout for help. Is that one life? We're in bondage. This country, we're in bondage in this country, whether I like it or not. Something is, you're facing through many things at the same time. Insecurity at the same time, bad road, this, that, at the same time, and you cannot come out and talk. Once you come out to talk, they will arrest you and keep you in Abattoir where they keep hardened criminals. Guys, peaceful protest. It's not like you came out with guns, with knife. You came out just talking, telling the government you're displeased, but then they will carry you. They don't want to buy you. What is going on? You can hear the story of Tuma. The way they beat him, guys. The way they beat him as if he committed. How many of these criminals have they beaten like this? How many of these terrorists, Fulani terrorists, have beaten? How many? But look at Tuma that came out to say, free Nnamdi Kanu, guys. Free Nnamdi Kanu. They beat him as if he stole. What is going on? Like, when would all these things stop in this country? Like, what kind of administration is this? What kind of... I'm actually very tired of this country called Nigeria. Very, very tired. Like, everything is now upside down. The worst is that people cannot even talk. That's the worst of all. So, guys, let me know what you think about this. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.